That's why you're going to have to suffer a little. Then punches the doggy. Liao and Li Feng couldn't believe what they saw. While our protagonist said to the dog, "You don't recognize your master." The power of the king made the canine feel minuscule. In a second he became a scared puppy that ran from the scene. No one believes what they saw. The creature was so scared just by looking at him. What's going on? Is Bai Ching Foam so much stronger? Or the monster got weaker? Liao smiles and thanks him for saving both of them. He says it was nothing. He has no idea why the monster was so terrified of him with just a simple punch. Our protagonist's plan was to make Lin Foam owe him one. That way he wouldn't bother him anymore. But that couldn't be further from true. Lin Foam felt humiliated, so he grabbed him by the collar, shouting, "There must be some kind of special secret about this demon. And you used a special approach, I'm sure. You knew that and humiliated me on purpose, right? You want all the glory for you. Go King Foam. Thank you very much. How did you scare that demon so easily? He says he only seemed strong on the outside. But he was actually a weak creature inside." Lin Foam was losing his mind more and more while our protagonist was looking at him thinking, "Now I'm sure that some humans never deserve to be saved." Then he grabs his fist there and pulls it aside and says, "What kind of special secret did I have? It was just a normal A-class demon. You are incapable and flawed in your role as a hero. Do you want me to apologize to you to avoid this shame? I'm not interested in joining this performance of yours." Everyone that was watching thought that Lin Foam was being cranky and childish. He just got saved by Bai Ching Foam and acted like that. What a proud guy. He can't even admit he was saved. But even in that situation, Lin Foam was sure that the guy in front of him wasn't Bai Ching Foam. He could only think that he was smart enough to make everyone believe in his disguise. Suddenly our protagonist releases his grip, saying, "I think all this was a misunderstanding, right? Let's calm down and make up for our friendship. Give me your hand." But that made Lin Foam even more furious. He's playing the innocent after taking advantage. But okay, if you want to pretend, let's see who pretends better. Then Lin Foam says, "I lost my cool from being hit by that demon, so please excuse my rudeness. Thank you for saving me, Bai Ching Foam. Please, I apologize for my lack of education. I have to thank you for saving me, Father Kim Female. I'll take care of you in the future." Our demon protagonist says, "You don't have to be such a polite man. I should be the one to thank you." Then he goes close to his ears and whispers, "Thanks to you that I'm not suspicious of being the person who killed the great prophet." Once more Lin Foam lost his cool and went to punch him. But Leah held his arm, telling him to get a hold of himself. Everyone was watching and he's targeting Bai Ching Foam suddenly. Lin Foam is confused. What is this guy's goal? I don't remember Bai Ching Foam being a character that was good at acting. Who is this guy? Our little demon is facing him thinking, "I just want to take the sealing item from you. But if you become an obstacle on not letting you live," the scene changes for a coffee shop where our demon boy is enjoying the warm espresso with Leah. She says, "Mr. Ching Foam, thank you very much for saving me yesterday." He says you're welcome, but he doesn't even remember that he saved her. Plot twist: the Demon King has Alzheimer's and that's why the world still lives in peace. She tells him that soon they will get the sealing item. But unfortunately, Lin Foam didn't show anyone the location. She only knows itself and it's going to be a very long journey. So she hopes he gets along with Lin Foam and forgives his behavior. She says she's known him since he was young and he's a good person. Our demons say that he understands. But it's thinking that unfortunately the guy is no longer himself. How ironic. A dirty soul from a distant world stole the body of a good person. And a guy like that wants to become the hero of this world. Even enjoying the love and attention from a girl that doesn't belong to him. He takes a sip of coffee but it tastes terrible for his demon taste. He then asks, "Your fiancé Lin Foam changed, didn't he? Do you want him to be the way he was?" I know that also in the south there is an item that we can get along with the mission we are going to do. We can make him be who he was again. She's excited, asking if that's really possible. The girl about to get used, abused and discarded. He tells her of course, but his reflection in the mirror reveals his intentions. Then we see Lin Feng walking in the city. He knows that the story, in theory, hasn't even started yet. This is just like the introduction of the story. But he knows that Bai Chief Feng was not supposed to be alive in this part. The prophet thing is fine. He also died in the story. Then he thinks, calm down. What if he is the guy who kills the prophet? But then disappears in the story. In the original story, no one finds out how he died. But when I found him strangely, he easily accepted to join my group. Someone who is supposed to have disappeared is now with me. Will this change the original end of the story? Because of my transmigration, a person who is supposed to leave ends up joining the important mission of finding the sealing item. I didn't think that it would be this troublesome if the storyline is getting out of hand. Then he looked to the side and saw his fiancée all happy talking with Bai Chief Feng. What are they doing? In the chosen one in this world, and I am the one with the omission viewpoint, I will obtain everything and crush those truckers. The next day, the whole group went to a meeting with the boss. And he is saying that it is extremely important that they get the sealing item. And that Lin Feng will lead this group. Now go and help humanity to solve this problem once for all. Both of them were thinking the same thing. Just you wait. Then we are in the middle of the battle with some creatures catching fire. The group is surrounded, but our demon lord is calmly dealing with everything while Lin Feng is doing his best to shine. Lin Feng says that those creatures are not strong, but they seem to be infinite. While our demon lord thinks, I can't believe I am working with a human to kill demons. I must be crazy in my head. He looks to the side and smiles. A boy with a katana that utilizes the poison element is conjuring an area attack with a strike in the floor. The energy reaches the sky and consumes all the creatures that were present. Even our protagonist was thinking that this kid was not bad. Crazy Babe, of course, couldn't restrain herself after seeing a strong guy. But the guy is humble and says, I can only fight against hordes, so I'm pretty bad and one-on-one. Lin Feng, looking back, thinks that he was right. He turns to the group and says, I have something to tell all of you. The artifact is right ahead. However, the terrain is dangerous. We do not know what the monsters ahead are. From here will be even more risky. Why don't you go back to the city to rest and grab some items? Well, I'll just take a look ahead to see what is ahead of us. Obviously, no one in the group wants to accept, saying it's going to be very risky. But he gives a leader speech saying, as the one leading this party, it's my responsibility to find the safest path for us to move forward, that I've already made my decision. No one will persuade me. Our protagonist just stares at him. While the other party members are thinking that Lin Feng is such a good captain that cares so much for his team. Saying back, Lin Feng thinks, all of this for you, Lushuka, the poison guy, a rising star born amidst the demon's lair and seasoned with poison, a future SS ranker whose name will shake the world. Right now we are just cooperating, but I know that in the original script you were the most trusted aide of the protagonist. You are an important part to success, and you followed him because he helped you to clean the toxins in your body with a bunch of high-grade items that created a purification potion. In this world I will make this potion and turn you in my puppet. Lin Feng leaves, telling them to wait for him at the town. The Demon King sees that he doesn't know a lot about that guy, but he's sure that he isn't generous. Leah says she's going to an auction house in the city because she needs to get an important item, and we'll find everyone later. Crazy wife who says she's going with her. Leah is thinking, buy a chain phone if it's like you said, and that there's an item that can remove the soul of the demon inside him. I have to go to the auction and win the item that purges soul so I can bring back the real him. The guy with the bazooka tells them that now they should go back to rest, as Lin Feng told them. Our protagonist only said hold on, and the frat boy went to his face asking if he was going to ignore the leader's orders. He faces our demon thinking, the young master doesn't like this guy, so I'm sure he's not a good person. Our demon lord says I'm extremely moved by his decision, but it's inevitable that I'm worried about him because we don't secretly follow him just in case he's in danger. The two fools are impressed. True. We can do this instead of resting, and in that way we guarantee that the leader is safe. You're a good person too, by chain phone. These guys are kind of stupid, but stupider than them is the other one in front of him. He's really worried about Lin phone. He's a good-hearted person, but he says you guys are exaggerating. Everything I do is for the good of humanity. Leah saw that exchange of words before leaving and was even more convinced that he wanted the best for Lin phone. But of course all that our demon wanted was to know the real intention of Lin phone. The scene changes for the S-class dungeon, the malicious chessboard. Lin phone is there and he remembers that according to the original book, the purification crystal, which in theory was for the protagonist to use in Lucioka, is in one part of this board. He just doesn't know exactly where. But suddenly he felt the chill in his spine and a sense of dread took over his body. He looked back